Operational and cost efficiency are closely related, but not synonymous, principles of well-managed and accessible justice. Their outcomes are economical and timely justice. Completing the picture is quality of justice, or fairness, attained through a balancing exercise giving due weight to practical realities of time and resources and the elusive gold standard of perfect justice. Accessible justice is timely, economical and fair, and case management plays a role in achieving the necessary balance. Truly active case management requires strict time limits and meaningful sanctions to go with them. It would help if reformulated rules of procedure include, as is already the case in the new district court rules, diagrams and charts to increase transparency and to facilitate use of technology. Developing a culture of compliance may involve an adjustment of judicial philosophy, particularly in the appellate courts which, with a workload well removed from the coalface, may be too indulgent towards defaulters. Most importantly, the procedural system must be structurally efficient. That is vital also for the achievement of economic justice. A more obvious and transparent cost regime could assist in achieving efficiencies and more equitable cost distribution. The possibilities of new means of litigation funding should also be investigated. While the first is a judicial task, the second will involve legislative activity. The balancing exercise of time and resource issues with the gold standard of perfect justice is a judicial task, as is the closely connected consideration of proportionality, the balance between litigation effort and the gravity of the matter at hand. The most important aspect of case management, its structural efficiency, can be greatly assisted by bringing the courts into the 21st century. The systems we must now urgently start thinking about include, but are not limited to, filing all documents online with associated fee payment facilities as an imperative, online storage and management of all documents related to a case including evidential material, online access to the case management and court planning systems, online case management, that is procedural, dispute resolution, online case management for court-associated external, alternative and online dispute resolution, greater use of online communication technology such as VoIP and video conferencing and the associated recording and storage facilities, use of electronic documents in hearings as a matter of course. All necessary technology exists and is in operation at courts around the globe, many utilising commercially available systems. Litigation typically starts with a party engaging a lawyer. Every lawyer works with some litigation support system, be it a simple computer with web access or a more advanced installation. The integrated document management system is fed through document capture, such as scanners and OCR, electronic processing, or a combination. When the court is engaged, filing takes place through an online system, including central document storage. Once the other party is engaged, the setup is reflected on the other side. With online case management activated, the parties in the court are automatically informed of any and all activity, including access to the documents. Procedural judges and registry staff manage the case using the message and ODR functionality of the case management system. Conferences or interlocutory hearings typically involve online communication, such as VoIP and video conferencing. Judicial and court offices need not be located at the relevant court, so resources can be utilised efficiently. Where necessary, external ADR or ODR providers can be engaged and possibly use the court's communication infrastructure, including access to a subset of relevant information. At a hearing, the judge and the advocates use the central document repository through an integrated system that provides access to and presentation of documents. This system logs document use in court and provides automated links between documents and the court's audio, video recording and transcripts. Lawyers in court have online access to their litigation support systems, also providing back office support and communication with team members. As observed, the described technology is commercially available and in practical use. No groundbreaking inventions are necessary. What are needed are a robust and detailed plan of the desired functionality and infrastructure, and a translation of that plan into a selection of products and suppliers. A small project team, under direction and management of the Judiciary, but working with the Ministry of Justice, could undertake that task within a reasonable time and budget. It is imperative that this task force has a relatively free rein to find creative solutions and has sufficient access to relevant information and stakeholders. Early in the project, a demonstration court would be set up where applications are demonstrated and tested within the New Zealand procedural confines. Relying on selected practitioners, court staff and judges, a prototype system would be trialled using test data, but eventually conducting a number of live cases. It is suggested that this test court would remain in operation and be used to develop and experiment with further innovations, thus providing a court research and innovation centre, continuously employed to improve court operations. The next phase would involve stepwise implementation in a small number of courts to undertake an evaluative pilot in a full-scale environment. This would involve intensive collaboration with the legal profession in the relevant areas. Following a thorough evaluation, the system would be introduced nationally. Achieving a revision of judicial philosophy in respect of procedural compliance and the desired increase in appellate clarity would involve several strands, including education, the development of reference standards and the adjustment of judicial culture from the somewhat lofty and esoteric to the practical and transparent. Technology can play its role by providing process information and feedback, making it easier for appellate courts to appraise the practical effects of their process and decision-making. In conclusion, we do not propose anything that is extreme or extraordinary, but simply advocate the taking of practical and immediate steps whereby the judiciary and, to the necessary extent, the legal profession would start playing a serious part, preferably accepting a leadership role in the pursuit of practical and efficient access to justice.